Hey, I'm Seth Feinberg, Managing Editor of AccountingWEB. We are here on the third day of Accountex for the first time in Boston, and I am very, very fortunate to be sitting next to one of the thought leaders in the accounting profession, Mr. Matt Heggem. Matt came off of a really good presentation here at Accountex, and I wanted to ask, so Matt, obviously you work with accounting professionals, you're trying to advise them on which direction to go. No one comes to an accounting conference to stay the same. It's fastly approaching, we're fastly approaching 2018. What's the one thing that accounting professionals should be focusing on improving in the coming year?
Yeah, I would have to say I think that the biggest issue right now is talent, right? We talk a lot about the challenges around finding talent, but there's also this idea of cultivating talent within your firm. And so the one thing that I think that accounting practices should really focus on is internal leadership development and really trying to challenge themselves in terms of pushing the people that they already have to think in different ways. I think that's why one of my presentations was on embracing creativity and fostering innovation within a firm. And in order to do that, obviously you need to diversify your talent and then cultivate and support that talent internally. So I think that's the one thing that people really need to focus on is leadership development.
Yeah, we definitely hear about that a lot, how it's, we're just struggling, even at the small firm level, which, as you know, tends to make up much of the DNA of, when we talk about the accounting profession, it's predominantly small firms, but even they're really having trouble, and they're struggling to hire and retain, a lot of talent. So when you say focusing on creativity, could you expand on that a bit more?
Yeah, I think technology is significantly changing our industry, and so we need to be able to respond to that, but we're not going to be able to respond to that in the ways that we've responded in the past. And I think part of the challenge here is that people in their hiring practices hire themselves, right? They they say, oh, I did such a great job, I hired this last person, they did the great job. And so they start to look for the same traits, but the problem is that those traits become replicated, right? And so then if you think about creativity and how creativity actually happens, well, you can't talk to yourself, the many versions of yourself, and be creative and innovative. And I think that's important because, again, with the changes in technology that are happening and the demands of the clients, you're going to need to be able to solve problems for your clients that you've never solved before. And trying to do that with the same tools as yesterday is not going to be possible. And so there's this correlation between creativity and diversity and the diversification of talent that kind of all goes hand in hand. Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much for coming by the booth.